looks pretty good. It looks really good, guys. Wow, looks really good. Got a good color, got a good smoke ring. Oh yeah, that's delicious. I'm sure you've heard that very funny saying from Talladega Nights that says, if you ain't first, you're last. Exactly. But in the barbecue device world, I prefer to think of it as, if you ain't first, you better be different. I'm going to introduce you to a brand new device from Weber Grills that might very well change the way you smoke meat in your backyard forever. Let's go. All right, y'all, what you just watched was me putting together the Weber Kettle Smart Ring, a brand new device from Weber Grills. Took about 30 minutes, super simple and easy to do. Now, this thing is designed to help you maintain temperatures on your Weber kettle. Is it the first one to market that can do that? No, it's not. Is it different? Yes, it is. Let me get it on the kettle, we'll take a closer look. All right, y'all, let's get our Smart Ring onto the kettle. Now, it does line up very simply and very easy, which I like. It's easy on and off. There it's on. I mean, that's all there is to it. It comes on and off very easy. I love that about this thing. But now, how's it work? Well, here's the premise behind it. Here's the brains of the operation. Now, inside the Smart Ring, there's a temperature probe right here that reads the ambient temperature inside at the grate level. If you want 225, and the probe says it's only 210, the brain says, okay, let's turn the fan on. The fan turns on and blows air down this tube. Now, about 5 inches from this tube is where you start your what they call sloppy snake. It's just a pile of charcoal you put around the edge. Don't have to line it up neatly, just pour some in there. Make sure they're touching each other, of course, but about 5 inches from the air tube right there. Now, the reason why that, of course, you need more oxygen to increase your temperature, and that's what you're going to get with this. Now, what I think about it is really cool as well. It's going to blow air in a circular motion around the kettle and cause convection as it comes up to the top of the dome. Now, that helps you cook evenly and quicker. And the other thing that's really nice is that your grate is about 3 inches higher than it usually is because the Smart Ring raises the grate hooks. So you get better convection and you get more even cooking and of course even hopefully quicker cooking. Now guys, I've never used this thing. Weber gave me early access to it to show it to you, but when you saw me putting it together, that was just last night. I've never used it either. We're gonna do a pork butt today and learn how this thing works together. I'll bring the pork butt out here in a minute and we'll get started. All right folks, with the assembly instructions there came quick start instructions. And there's 2 pages in here. One's for how to set it up and the other's how to light the charcoal. So we're gonna follow those exact instructions to a T. What that's gonna incorporate is me having tongs, Weber lighter cubes. I know I'll get some comments about that. I have no problem with them. And then also my lighter stick. So we'll put this to the side. Now what it tells us to do is use a pan, but only for keeping things clean. We don't need that, but they're nice to have for keeping things clean. Plus it kind of keeps your sloppy snake set up better and formed better. Again, this is sloppy snake. You just kind of drop some in there, wrap them around, no problem. You don't want to use too many because you'll get too much heat. It says about 3 pounds, to use about 3 pounds in a thin row. So some of these are going to go over top of the lighting cube, so I probably won't have to use all those, but I've got plenty there now. So we'll go ahead and get 2 lighter cubes out and we'll get them lit. All right, so there's our 2 lighter cubes. I will light them. They want you to keep it about 5 inches away from the air tube. So it's 5 inches about right there. So I'm gonna light both of those and put cubes over top of them. Now we're not gonna do anything else until we get well lit here. There we go. I'll let that go for about 5 minutes and let those get lit up, and then we'll come back and put our butt on and do all the stuff from that point on as far as getting actual Weber Smart Ring set up. All right, I want to let you see how you plug this thing in. It's got a USB plug in here. Just plugs in the back of the unit. There's a plug in right here. Goes right in there and just plugs into, I'm using an extension cord. Of course, I'm not close enough to my garage to plug it in. The cord's, what, about 4 foot long, maybe 3.5, 4 foot long. But I'll plug it into an extension cord and we'll fire it up. So let's pull this sticker off. And it says APP. All right, folks, as you can see here on my phone, it's updating the Weber Kettle Smart Ring. So there's already a software update. Just got this thing and there's already a software update. So you'll have to do the same thing. But I tell you what, setting up on the app is crazy easy. I was already set up there because of I have the Weber Searwood, but adding this device was no problem. It just was there. I just opened up my app and boom, it popped in there, and I had to, of course, connect through my Wi-Fi. But then once I did that, man, it's just easy sailing. But now once it gets updated, we'll then turn it on and go from there. All right, folks, so the app finished updating. So we'll just turn this on. We're gonna turn it up to 225. Just turn the knob here is all we gotta do. And of course, I'll put the lid on, don't worry. And I push the button, open the fan, and hopefully we can see a little air maybe. There's air blowing out this tube into the kettle, so we'll put the lid on. Now we're gonna put the vent that way because I want it over the meat. And we'll have it just, I want to leave it open like a quarter open maybe, something like that, and see how it goes from there. But we had to make sure you open the fan all the way up, and the fan's pulled out so it's open. Now temperature's going to climb hopefully, and I hear the fan run. I don't know if you can hear it or not. I'm sorry, it's kind of breezy out here, which is nice because it's like 546 degrees out here right now, so that breeze is nice, but it prevents you from hearing a lot of stuff. But the fan is running for sure. We climbed to 140. We're going to go to 225. When we get to 225, I'll bring you guys back and we'll put the butt on. All right, something else I did here is that this will go well past where you want it to stay. Your target temperature is 225. It's going to go well past that and then come back down. So just now hit 225, guys. I'm telling you, that was no time at all. I'd literally turned the camera off and now it's 225. Now it's 230. They say it's going to go well past and then come back down. So just hang out for a minute, let it work its way back down. We're going to do that for sure. I've also got to add some pecan wood chunks to the charcoal. I did not do that yet. I will do that when we open the lid up to put the butt on. But as for now, the temperature is fine. It's 235 right now. Remember, we're set for 225. We're going to watch. I want to see how far it goes past, but that's what they say it will do. So now it's 240. We'll keep watching, and when it starts coming back down, I'll let you know. All right, folks, as you can tell, the grill got up to about 305 degrees after about 15 and 20 minutes. Now it's dropped down to 290, but it's going very slow. So what I'm going to do is take the lid off, put the pork butt on, put a temperature probe into it, put the lid back on, and see where we're at temperature-wise then. So I'm not going to wait forever for this thing to come down to temperature. That's not fun. So far I'm not liking that. Doesn't mean it's the end of the world, but I'm not liking how it's taking so much longer to come down. Maybe this is the thing to do. I have not seen directions on this, but what I'm going to do now because I'm tired of waiting. So we'll see how it goes. All right, also the temperature came down quite a bit. Still about 275, 280. We're going to take the lid off here and put the pork butt on over on this side away from the heat. Alright. Actually, we're going to turn it around because I want the bone facing that. Now let's get our thermometer in. You put that in there, and you get a slit right here. Give yourself room. And then I'll probe in there as well. Alright, get the lid back on, and away we go. Alright, guys. I'll let you know as temperature goes, if it goes up, down, around, what all it does. I'll come back in a couple hours and let it sit here. That's the whole point of having a device like this. You can walk away. I can monitor on my phone, which I will do, watch the temperatures on there, and go from there. But I'll be back in a couple hours. If we need to spritz, that kind of thing, we'll take a look at that then. All right, folks, we've been right at 2 hours here with the Weber Kettle Smart Ring. The temperature's now down to 225 degrees, just like we want it to be, sitting perfectly where we set it. We'll take the lid off and take a look at it, maybe spritz it. That looks pretty good. Don't know if I need spritz, but I'm going to since I've got some here. Yelling at me because we're dropping below temperature that quickly. The internal temperature is 82 degrees, which is really good for 2 hours in, guys. I'm impressed with that. That's pretty quick. I'll bring you all back when there's something significant to show you. All right, y'all, we are 5 hours in. We are right now between a couple big showers, so bear with me here. I'm gonna go pretty quick. But right there's our butt at 5 hours. We've been using some cherry and pecan, so the color's fantastic. We've used about 2/3 of our charcoal. The internal temperature of the butt is right at 143, and our Weber Kettle Smart Ring has done a very good job holding it at 225 or 250 the entire time once we got it down to the right temperature. Done a very good job holding where we wanted it. Now, what I'll do is in about an hour or so, once the butt gets to about 160 degrees, that's where the stall pretty much is, I'll wrap it in 2 layers of heavy-duty foil, put it back on the kettle till it gets to about 202, 203, somewhere in the range, wherever it probes tender. Then when it finishes, I'll bring you guys back and we'll go over my pros and cons of the Weber Kettle Smart Ring, give our butt a taste test, do all that stuff. So I'll see you guys when we go to do our taste test. All right, folks, our pork butt is in the warming cabinet. We'll get it out here in a minute, see how we did, see how it tastes. Now, I'm doing this for some friends of mine over at Virginia Highlands Anesthesia. Hopefully our pork butt doesn't put them to sleep. A couple things I didn't get to show you yesterday that I want to make sure you see. The first and the foremost is going to be the temperature probe that you can use for your protein. Now, there's a couple of holes here on the bottom of the device. You can slide your clip right in. Take this off so you can see better. And then there's a sleeve right here that you can put in and take out that works perfect for your cable to go through so you don't lose as much smoke with a big hole there. This goes, of course, into your protein here. Works wonderfully. Now, the other thing is your slide here for your airflow. If you have it open, you have airflow going in, but if you have the lid off and you're doing like spritzing something or adding charcoal or wood, you can just close the fan off so it doesn't blow air in there while you get the lid off and get too hot for you. Of course, when you put it back on, you want to make sure that the fan's back open again. So, and lastly, the last thing I want to tell you too is make sure that the bottom vent is completely closed the entire time. You don't want airflow coming in there the whole time. Just let the device do the job, close the vent at the bottom, you're good to go. All right, guys, we'll get the butt out and see how we did. All right, folks, here we go. We got our pork butt out here. We'll tear into it and see how we did in just a minute. But let me go over some pros and cons, some likes, dislikes, that kind of thing about the Weber Kettle Smart Ring. First and foremost, what I like most about it at this point is the fact it's very easy to remove, meaning I can use it to smoke a pork butt and then take it off, 12 hours later and use the Vortex to do some chicken thighs or chicken wings. I love that about it. Some other devices you've seen me use are not as easily removed, of course. That is very nice about this device. Take it right off and move on to the next thing. Something else I like about it, it does raise the cooking grate about 4 inches. I said 3, raises about 4 inches from the cooking grate where it used to be. Now, what's good about that is it's that much further away from the charcoal, so you can fit 2 pork butts more comfortably on there, maybe even 2 briskets if you've got enough room for them. But you're far enough away from your charcoal where you don't have to worry about burning something. I like that a lot. Plus, it gives you more of that convective type airflow that you want and brings it up to the top where you get a more even cook. You get more even coloring. Really nice. I'm going to see in a minute how good the coloring is, but definitely like that about that. The other thing I like about it is the app. I've had the app before because I have the Weber Kettle the Weber Searwood pellet grill, and that app is fantastic. It does very, very well. It stays connected. If you've had a lot of apps, you'll know some of those apps just disconnect. It's really frustrating. For me, the Weber app has been fantastic. Very, very intuitive. It helps me up, turn off and on, that kind of thing, change the temperature, those kind of things. It does a really good job and stays connected from what I can tell. My experience has been. Now, some things I don't like about it. The first thing that popped off to me is the temperature issue. We talked about, you saw that yesterday when I was smoking the pork butt. You have to let it's going to go above your temperature and then it has to come back down. Well, it took too long for me to come back down. I understand it's going to get too high sometimes. It got to 305. I had it set for 225. Now, granted, I did open the lid, put the pork butt on when I got to about 280, I believe it was, and it did come on down. This took a long time to get there, and I wasn't sure how long it would take. Would it work? I didn't know. Remember, this is my very first time using this thing too, so these are all things I'm finding out right in front of you guys. But I didn't know how long it would take. It did come down, and it held temperature beautifully once it came back down, probably about another 45 minutes later. Now, I may get better at it. I may cut the airflow off a little bit, whatever. We'll figure it out as we go, which is what you should do too when you get one of these. But it does a really good job as far as holding the temperature once it gets to the right temperature. I love that about it, but it did take a long time to get down to there. Now, the other thing I don't like is there's no battery option. Now, there probably will be eventually, but right now you got to stay plugged in. Now, there's a USB port on the back of the device that you plug your power cord into. I would guess that they will probably end up having a battery you can plug in there as well, and it will power it. I hope so. And then third, something I don't like at all, you get 1 probe. There's 2 probe holes, and you get 1 probe. Come on, Weber. Come on, guys, give me 2 probes. Why is it? It's not that big of an expense. Kind of like the 2 wheels on a 4-legged Searwood. What? It's not that much more money. Please put it on there. But please give me a second probe. That's the kind of things that frustrate me. Small things like that, they need to take care of. But I tell you what, guys, I'm very pleased. The price of this thing is $279.99. It's available now online only. And the price is very, very comparable to anything else in this same type of device. So I'm very pleased with that pricing as well. So especially for our Weber product, it's got a great 3-year warranty, all that stuff. It's a really good product. If you're interested in one of these, I'll have a link below, and you can go to their, use their website, whatever you want to do, but you'll have a link to it down below. You can go and see how this thing works. But it is online only at this point. They got their inventory a lot quicker than I thought they were going to, so they let me have a little early access to it. That's why you're seeing me do this video now. So remember, guys, it's my first time using it. As I get better, use it more, we'll get better. Same with you. I think you'll get a lot better at it. Now, let's dig into this butt and see how we did. It's all that matters is how does this butt taste and does it cook right. So let's take a look. Now, there's tons of juices. Isn't it amazing? I don't care how much you wrap a pork butt, you're still gonna get freaking juices in the bottom of your pan galore. It's just amazing to me. Anyway, I thought I did a pretty good job wrapping. 2 layers. Come on, man. All right, here we go. Now, I am gonna use this same butt at where we're taking it today, so I'm just gonna tear it open a little bit, or try to here. There we go. And just tear off a little bit of the butt. I'm not going to shred it right now, but I'll tear a little bit out, let you see some color of it, and then because I want to wrap it back up and put it back in the warming cabinet for our event. All right, now I'm probably going to spill some of this. I'm hoping you can get this where you can see it pretty well. It's got really the fat pop cracked right there, which is fine. That's no problem. But looks really good, guys. I'm real impressed. Let's see how easy. Let's pull the bone out. The bone's already sticking out. Watch this. Wow. I mean, that's that's what you want right there, guys. This thing's cooked very, very well. Now let's take a bite of it. Get right there and see. Try to get a pinch in there where I can get some of that bark. There we go. Let you guys see this up close here. Hopefully I can get it to where you can see it pretty well. Oops, oops. There we go, guys. Looks really good. Got a good color, got a good smoke ring. All right, guys, let's try this flavor. Here we go, guys. Cheers. Pork butt on the Weber Kettle using the brand new device from Weber Grills called the Weber Kettle Smart Ring. Here we go. Cheers, folks. Oh, yeah. That's delicious. So moist. Very flavorful. I think the guys at the office I'm taking this to are going to really, really like this, man. This is awesome. It's really, really good pork butt. Pleased with this. All right, guys. There's a review of the brand new Weber Kettle Smart Ring from Weber Grills. Please check it out online. I'll leave a link down below. See what you think of it. Please hit the like button. We'd really appreciate that. And please subscribe to our channel. Until next time, I'll meet you at the smoke.